What if you need to say something in English, but someone else is already talking? You do not want to sound rude. You do not want to sound impatient. You do not want to cut people off in a bad way. But if you stay silent too long, your chance disappears. So what do you do?
Oh yes, that feeling is so real because sometimes you really need to ask a question or say something important, but the other person just keeps talking. And then you start thinking, should I interrupt? Should I wait? Is it rude?
And today, we're going to help with exactly that. We'll show you how to interrupt politely in English, in a calm, natural, friendly way.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Speak English with Sam and Lily.
This is the place where we help you speak English in a way that feels useful, real, and human.
Hi Sam, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. A little sleepy, but good. I had coffee, so now I feel much more like a real person. And you? How are you, Lily?
I'm good too. A little busy, but in a nice way. The weather's lovely today, so that helps. It feels like a good day for talking, as long as people let me talk.
So something happened today.
Yes, something very small, but also very awkward.
Now I want to know what happened.
Well, I was talking with two people earlier. It started as a normal conversation, very friendly, very easy. Then one of them started telling a story, and it became a very long story. I needed to ask one quick question because I did not understand something, but I could not find the right moment to say it.
Yes, that is exactly the kind of moment that feels so difficult. Because you're not trying to be rude, you just need to speak.
Exactly. And the longer I waited, the harder it felt.
Yes, that is another very real thing. Sometimes the first second is the easiest second, but if you keep waiting and waiting, the pressure grows.
And that's why this topic matters so much. Interrupting politely is a real communication skill.
Yes, interrupting is not always rude. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it keeps the conversation clear for everyone.
And before we keep going, if you enjoy these kinds of real-life English conversations, please like the video.
And subscribe to Speak English with Sam and Lily for more easy English podcast episodes.
And if you know someone who feels shy in conversations, share this episode with them.
Okay, let's start with the simplest kind of interruption. Just one person talking, and you need to say one small thing.
One of the best phrases is, "Sorry to interrupt."
Yes, that phrase is excellent because it tells the truth and it sounds polite at the same time.
You can say, "Sorry to interrupt, but I have a quick question."
Notice the phrase, "a quick question." That helps a lot. It tells the other person, I'm not trying to stop everything for a long time. I just need a small moment.
Another really useful one is, "Excuse me."
Yes, very simple, very useful, very common, especially when you want to sound polite quickly.
For example, "Excuse me, can I ask something quickly?"
And again, that word quickly helps soften the interruption. It sounds respectful.
I also like this one. "Can I just say something?"
Yes, that little word just is very helpful. It makes the sentence softer and more natural.
Like this. "Can I just say something here?"
Imagine your friend is telling a story about a restaurant. They say the name of the place very quickly. You want to ask what the name was. That is a perfect moment to say, "Sorry to interrupt, but what was the name again?"
Yes, that sounds natural and not rude at all.
Now, let's move to a more serious situation. Work.
Yes, at work, people often talk while explaining important things, and if you miss the right moment, you can end up feeling very lost.
Imagine a coworker is explaining a task to you. They keep talking, they move from one idea to the next, and suddenly you realize, I do not understand the middle part. If I wait until the end, I may be even more confused.
This is where a phrase like this is very useful. "Sorry to interrupt, but I have a quick question."
Yes, that sentence works beautifully at work. It sounds respectful, but still confident.
Another excellent phrase is, "Can I just check something?"
I love that one. It sounds very professional and very natural, and it tells the other person, I want to make sure I understood correctly.
You can say, "Can I just check something? Do you mean we send the file today or tomorrow morning?"
That's a really strong interruption because it's useful for everyone. It prevents mistakes.
And this one is very good too. Before you continue, can I ask something?
Yes, that is especially useful when you know the speaker is about to move on. You stop them kindly before the conversation goes too far.
I think many learners wait too long because they want to be polite, but sometimes interrupting politely is actually more helpful than staying silent.
Exactly. Silence is not always the most polite choice. Sometimes speaking up politely helps the conversation move better.
Now let's make it harder. A group conversation.
Yes, that's where many learners really freeze, because now it's not one person talking, it's several people.
Imagine you're at lunch with coworkers or talking with a group of classmates. Everyone is speaking. People are reacting quickly. You want to add something, but the conversation keeps moving.
One of the best phrases here is, "Can I jump in for a second?"
Yes, that sounds very natural in group conversation.
And the phrase "jump in" is very conversational English. It means enter the conversation.
You can say, "Can I jump in for a second?" I had the same experience last week.
Another really useful one is, "Can I add something?"
That one is simple and very friendly. It sounds like you are joining the conversation, not fighting it.
And this is a nice natural bridge, too. That reminds me of something.
Yes, that phrase is beautiful because it does not feel like a hard interruption. It feels like a smooth entry.
I think this is a good moment to say something important. Many learners think interrupting is always rude, but that is not true. Conversation is flexible. People enter. People react. People ask questions. That is normal.
Yes, you do not need to stay silent forever. You just need a soft way in.
One soft sentence is enough.
Now let's go to another stressful place. Class or a meeting.
Yes, because in those situations, people often feel more pressure. They think, I should not stop the teacher. I should not stop the manager. But sometimes you really need to.
Imagine a teacher is explaining something, or your manager is talking in a meeting. You understand the first part, but then you get lost. If you stay quiet, the confusion only grows.
In that situation, you can say, "Sorry, could I ask something?"
Or, "Can I stop you there for a second?"
That phrase is very useful when you need to pause the explanation before it goes too far.
And this one is very helpful too. Before we move on, could you explain that part again?
That sounds polite, careful, and intelligent, because you're not interrupting for no reason. You're trying to understand.
Now let's talk about something important and a little funny. Sometimes learners interrupt in a way that sounds too hard.
Yes, like this. Wait. No. What?
Yes, those are very strong, sometimes too strong.
They are not always completely wrong, but they can sound sharper than you want. So softer versions are usually better.
Instead of wait, you can say, "Sorry, can I ask something?"
Instead of no, you can say, "Sorry, can I just add something here?"
That tiny difference changes the whole feeling. Same conversation, but much softer.
Now let's go to a more casual moment. A friend talking very fast.
Oh yes, that happens all the time, especially when someone is excited.
Imagine your friend is telling you a dramatic story. They're speaking quickly, they're excited, they're moving from one detail to the next. You want to stop them for just 1 second so you can understand.
With a friend, you can be a little more casual. You can say, "Wait, say that again?"
Or, "Hold on, what do you mean?"
Or, "Slow down a little."
And I really like this one too. "I got the first part, but not the rest."
That one is so useful because it is honest and clear. It tells your friend, "I'm listening, I'm trying, I just need help."
Okay, let's do one full story now. A real mini scene from beginning to end.
Yes, let's do it. In a meeting.
So the plan is to send the report on Thursday, then review the client notes, and after that, we'll update the shared file before the afternoon call.
Sorry to interrupt, but can I just check something?
Of course.
Are we sending the report before lunch or after lunch?
After lunch. Good question.
And that's exactly what we want. a polite interruption, a clear question, and a better conversation after that.
Yes, that interruption helped everyone.
There's one more kind of interruption that is very useful too, interrupting to correct something or add an important detail.
Yes, that can be tricky because you want to help, but you don't want to sound aggressive.
In those moments, phrases like these work well. Sorry, can I quickly add something? Just one small thing. Can I mention something here? Actually, I think...
Notice again how soft these sound. You're not pushing hard, you're entering gently.
So, what have we really learned today?
We learned that interrupting politely is part of real conversation.
We learned that you do not need to stay silent forever.
We learned that one soft sentence is enough.
We learned that tone matters just as much as words.
We learned that a polite interruption can actually help the conversation.
Yes, many learners think being polite means staying quiet all the time, but that's not true.
You can speak, you can ask, you can join the conversation. You just need a calm, kind way to do it.
And now we want to hear from you.
Which phrase from today do you want to remember most?
Or tell us, what situation is hardest for you? Class? Work? Meetings? Fast-talking friends?
We love reading your comments, and it's a great way to practice real English.
And if this episode helped you, share it with one friend today.
And don't forget to subscribe to Speak English with Sam and Lily if you're new here.
Thank you so much for listening today. We believe in you. Keep practicing. You can do this.
See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.